I assume we merged some things during triage. We did. Okay, what did we merge? 7 days ago, 6 days ago, Benedek Media Library Web Search, minor updates in settings editors for the web search and the dev branch. On 110x branch allows selected content to not be lost after changing page, and another one, same thing. These two are related to paging and not losing selection. For the content picker, I think. For the content picker, correct and correct. So paging support in the content picker for 110x. Add user event handler disabled. Add user event handler disabled. Oh, when you disable a user, or like make it pending or something like that, now there is an event and where the corresponding workflow activities. You see moderate when you moderate a user. Yep, the method and the workflow activity, user disabled. On the dev branch, fixed media deletion. There was an issue apparently with the trailing slash that could delete more files than expected, so now it's fixed on the 110x branch. Good. Who's there from Milan and Gabo? Okay. Orchard Core. What happened? This is so where is the dev branch? Dev branch is in black, and here this is a branch from async. So apparently Jean-Thierry has been working on async calls and fixing many things related to async, or improving stuff to remove any get awaiter, get results, so making everything async when necessary. Many changes, like 180 files. We'll see how it goes. On the dev branch, we have removing unnecessary styling and ReCaptcha. Okay. NumericField. What is it? Not required fix. If it's not required, fixes 3908. Let's see that. Is Jasmine here? It's not here. What did I say? 3908. When NumericField is set to select editor and to not required, we should provide a null value in the select box. Okay. That's weird. I would have used a different option for the null value, or for the empty value, like none. Okay. Let me comment on the PR. Fix no reference exception on this one, and I commented, so when we saw that, maybe there's another issue, but we commented that. This field will be removed at some point, so we don't care about the fixes. Fixing is good, but eventually it will be removed. Vue.js using proper CDN, which is the JS deliver, and this is what we tend to use now as a CDN because it's as fast as the fastest ones, if not the fastest, and it works in China also, and most of them don't work in China. So this one is good, and it changed everything for Vue.js to this CDN, which is good. Run attribute admin before any global filter with a default order of 0. It's fixing another issue. 3896. Secure content picker controller with admin filter. Yeah, apparently the config between this, the admin filter and what? And the anti-forgery? Or another filter, I don't know what. But this one applies at first. Okay. Then content feed indexing filters. It's a branch from Jasmin. Content field indexing filters. Published latest. Yeah, we made some comments about that we should index both values, draft and not draft. I have to check that. I have to look at the PRs. Maybe there is no PR yet. So dev branch, add custom settings C# documentation. This is documentation to explain how to use custom settings, which is a way to. So this is a module, custom settings, that lets you change the settings, add some custom settings to the settings page, to the site itself. You see site service, and this is some documentation explaining how to do that by code, because right now there is no way to do it not by code. But this is a custom module to do that, and this one explains how to use the module. ContentCulturePicker, add ability to set localization cookie. Jean-Philippe made this change. It's a new feature. That's what we mentioned last time. Let's see. Content. Oh, there is a setting for that. Setting, and this setting lets us change the current culture cookie when we switch cultures with the ContentCulturePicker. Set cookie, that's the setting. Set cookie equals true by default. And redirect to home page is when the current content item, if you are on the current content item and you switch cultures and there is no matching content item in the targeted culture, it will redirect to the home page of the new culture. False by default, and set cookie true by default. The idea being that when you switch cultures, it will set your cookies with this culture so that the next request will also use this culture by default. And the editor. Okay. Okay, then add content localization readme in mkdocs, missing the entry points to the files here. So Antoine fixed it. Okay. Update style tag helper to use depends on instead of dependencies. Fix it 3926. Depends on this. Okay, so admin menu depends on admin. The style tag helper uses dependencies. The script tag helper uses depends on. Interesting. Okay, so just merged it, and the change depends on. That's all you have to do to make it work like this. Interesting. Depends on. Okay, so the HTML was correct, but the code was not managing that. Okay. Reverting adding debug src on Vue multi-select. Why?
I found a bug that the debug source didn't exist, okay. So in dev it wouldn't work.
Good. Okay, and that's why it was added. Well, regarding adding the thing, I think branch cache busting issues, but I saw lots of PRs going on, so we'll see later. What did I miss? Nothing. Updates. Demos. Does anyone have demos? No demos. Okay, I have nothing. I just came back. Questions, topics. Looking at the pull request, we have some cache busting stuff. I will have to look at Gitter because I got some questions about it. These we reviewed most of them last Thursday. Let's see, Orchard Core, latest pull request. This is ordered differently. Cache busting async calls. This from Dean. Culture picker comment type. Yeah, the culture picker is done, so we can close this PR. New permissions. New link to the guides. Let's see. The guides readme training demo module. I'll take a look at how it looks like. First glance, it looks weird to put it in this page, which is a guides page. We'll see, but there is some text. At least we can move it around. The links are correct. Why is this? Oh, who cares? Nobody cares about that. Who made the PR? Who made the PR? How do I know?
I made the PR.
Okay. Okay, bon. Yeah, it just only Lombiq cares about Mercurial. Nobody cares about it anymore. You don't need to put that with the Mercurial repository. Look at that.
I know. Oh, that's not true.
Yeah, okay, the text might be good. We'll find some better location for that. Shouldn't be the guides, but we'll keep definitely the text. We can look at it on Thursday. Thank you for making that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have time on Thursday to move things around. What else? Where was I here? ASP appen version. This is the PRs going. This is there is a branch going on. Thread safe. This one will soon be merged because we made a comment and it was changed. So that's good. And yeah. Okay, more PRs to review. No questions? No demos? So next, so Thursday triage. On my plate there is an issue that Zoltan filed last week that I need to look into about resource management, and that's it. Preview 7 has shipped. We talked about it for the past weeks, and it shipped this morning. So if I go and download, you see here, Preview 7 is here, the official one. So I assume that Jean-Thierry will update the versions to it, and we can look into merging it on the dev branch because now it's public and it's stable. So we can move to 3.0. I assume it won't break anyone. I have to check though the requirements for Visual Studio, which Visual Studio you need and if it's available. So we need to check it works correctly in Visual Studio. What else? That should be fine. You will just need to install the new SDK and you will be able to work with it. It will be faster, so that's good. And that's better also to
after that you cannot build, and after that you cannot build an outside core solution with Visual Studio 27. So this Preview 7 only supports the latest.
So the sound was very bad, but do you mean that we can't use 2017? I assume, yeah, we can't use 2017 if we move to 3.0 Preview 7, right? That's what you mentioned.
Yes, yes.
Okay, but I assume there is nothing preventing you from installing 2019, right? Also, because they run side by side.
I'm a little bit skeptic about how stable that.
Well, we can try. We'll see. But at least if Jean-Thierry, I assume Jean-Thierry is using 2019. We'll have. I will ask him to see if it's stable enough. That's a good question. We'll see with him if it's stable enough, because if he made all the changes in 2019, it means it's stable enough. There is still VS Code, but you want to be able to use your studio. So we'll ask him how it goes, and we can also try before. If you want to give it a shot. Latest preview. I think there is a new preview 16.3 something. Maybe it's not public, I don't know. And yes, so if you can try then before, if you find any issue with that, and if you don't find any issue, you can report it too. But if you find an issue, it's even better if you report it, so we don't merge because there are issues and we can't do whatever you found. But last time I tried, it was working fine, and Jean-Thierry has been working on that since then, so I assume there is no issue. We can ask. And it should still work with the free version, the community version of Visual Studio. So let's try. But yeah, I assume that's the next steps to do the big changes. And that's it. No questions? No topics? Then next meeting will be on Thursday and next Tuesday. Thank you everyone. See you later.